Oh,
D.
You're saying D?
Yes.
Sparkling water.
Yes.
All right, Toya, thank you very much. Just hold the line. Now, you're going to go with her answer?
Yes.
You're going to go with her answer? D, sparkling water.
Yeah.
All right. Toya,
Yes.
where are you right now?
Home.
You're home. Go to your fridge and
Yes.
see if you could find a can of water. I have never, ever seen a can of water in my life, except coconut water. I see bottles of water, but I never saw a can of water. The correct answer was B, Guinness. But Toya, thank you for being a good sport. Thank you for helping out. Bianca, I am so sorry. That was the wrong answer. That is your third strike. And you are OUT out. But you've been a very good sport. We thank you for playing. Just say it was fun playing the Jitney 242.
It was fun playing the Jitney 242.
Now give a big smile for the camera. All of you have some parting gifts for you. Because you're not going to leave empty-handed. All right?
Okay.
Next time on the Jitney 242 ride, I don't know who it could be. Maybe it could be you.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Royal Bahamas Police Force spearheading a walkabout in an 8 Mile Rock community. We have the details. And the City of Freeport Council continuing their cleanup campaign. Plus, there is a rise in colorectal cancer cases among young adults internationally. We have a local doctor's response. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Azure Quant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, led by Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP Shanton Knowles, making their presence felt in the Seagrape community, accompanied by members of the Department of Immigration, Social Services, Urban Renewal, and Environmental Health. This collaborative effort is part of the island's top cops' proactive approach since assuming office in the Northern Bahamas. Jay Philippe has tonight's top story.
Strengthening community engagement and enhancing safety initiatives is what Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanton Knowles is enforcing throughout communities in the Northern Bahamas. One of those communities, Seagrape in the West Grand Bahama constituency, feeling the presence of the island's top cop, along with members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Department of Immigration, the Department of Social Services, Urban Renewal, and Environmental Health. According to ACP Knowles, the goal is to increase police presence while finding creative ways to address the concerns of residents in that community.
My goal is to walk every community here on Grand Bahama, just as I did in another family island, to meet the people and certainly to address their needs. I have visited a few houses. I've heard some concerns. I'm pleased with the work that the officers from my 8 Mile Rock Division are doing here in the community.
Assistant Superintendent of Police and Officer in charge of the 8 Mile Rock Police Station, Cordell Capron, sharing some of the concerns of residents in that community.
Persons mentioned they would like to see the police patrolling, and we do that with our lights on. From time to time, they want us to stop in, and we do encourage the officers to park the vehicles and go from door to door.
Chief Immigration Officer at the Grand Bahama International Airport and Marinas, Eugenia Poitier, along with Godfrey Theok from the 8 Mile Rock Social Services Department, both joining in the walkabout.
Sea grape is one of the areas that have a diverse mixture of population, and we seek to keep in contact with them to stay alert.
We're trying to build our community to be as strong and viable as possible, you know, to create a healthy environment.
Pastor Paul Mullings, hailing from the Sea Grape community and serving the Mount Calvary Baptist Church, emphasizing the importance of the church in building the community, also sharing that he is pleased with the police taking the initiative to engage with residents.
While we're concerned about the salvation of people, we're also concerned about their social well-being.
This should have been happening a long time. I tell you the truth, because I am the eldest woman, a person, a man, a woman, in Sea Grape, and this should have been happening a long time. You know, my legs hurt me, but I hear.
Overall, the Royal Bahamas Police Force and its industry partners continuing their proactive door-to-door walkabout with the aim of engaging directly with residents while also hearing their concerns. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Well, the City of Freeport Council continuing their cleanup campaign, this time in the Carvel Beach area. With the hurricane season nearing, their focus is on helping residents get rid of lingering debris. While prioritizing areas without developers, Councillor for Central Grand Bahama Marco Carey emphasizes the importance of ensuring unity among residents.
Our job as City Council is to make the residents' life easier. So as soon as the resident told me that, hey, they needed area to get cleaned up or the case may be, we went to City Council, all 9 councillors, we moved a motion, and all of us on the same page. Because like I said, we have East Grand Bahama, we got Marco City, Pine Ridge, Central Grand Bahama. And the residents of Central Grand Bahama, they love the initiative. Like I said, we've been talking with them almost 2-3 weeks. We have a chat group going on, we communicate with our residents. So one thing about Central Grand Bahama, we all on one page.
Having launched its Emergency Command Center in January, Chief Councillor Fraser Gibson urges residents to be proactive in creating plans for their households, especially with reports indicating a very active hurricane season this year.
I think it's positive and it affects all of the residents in Grand Bahama. And so we look forward to some initiatives, some trainings to be ongoing throughout the hurricane season. Now that we are preparing, create some plans for your home, have some home plans, and so we have been sensitizing students as well so that they can create plans with their parents, safety plans, what to package, what to move, when to move, etc.
Well, in other news, there is a rise in colorectal cancer cases among young adults internationally. This, according to a local doctor who is shedding light tonight on the progressive outlook of the disease. With a focus on screening, Dr. Kalafo Cawley advocates for heightened awareness and early screening. Raven Davis reports.
In patients who had to do their screening much earlier, like in their teens and 20s, because they have a family history, and when they went in, they were noted to have polyps.
Dr. Kalafo Cawley is dispelling prevalent myths surrounding colorectal cancer, highlighting the misconception that it doesn't affect the black population and that individuals are too young to be at risk. This, studies show colon cancer is on the rise in young adults.
Bodies around the world is that you have a colonoscopy as part of your annual assessment, at least by age 45. And that creates part of a dilemma because you don't have colonoscopy centers in every city, country, island. You don't have enough GI or surgeons to perform it. For some people, it's costly for them to have it done.
And that is why Dr. Cawley is doing his part on a local level to ensure all have access to care, recently hosting a free screening initiative.
From last year to now, we've had hundreds of people who've gotten the tests. There's so many people who don't have access to care. They can't afford it. The economy is very distressed for some people financially. And so we decided just to offer it free, give them an opportunity to live.
Now, a colonoscopy is done using a slender illuminated tube inserted through the rectum to examine the colon, detect polyps, abnormalities, and cancer. Cawley attributing the rise in this cancer in young adults to lifestyle changes and genetic factors.
First-degree relative, a parent, a sibling has cancer, then the risk
of an individual developing colorectal cancer will be greater than the general public because they have a family history. It runs in the genes. Secondly, we're living in a toxic world today. So you're looking at the water is polluted in most cases. The foods we're eating are highly processed.
And here are some preventative measures.
A healthy lifestyle, just get out there, walk, get moving. And if you have a family history, get your annuals done, get your screening like what we're offering.
Now, Cawley says while the initiative started in Grand Bahama, the intention is to expand to the Family Islands where there is great interest and to someday have patients perform the screening in the comfort of their homes. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thank you, Raven. Well, switching gears now, in an effort to assist local businesses and entrepreneurs, UB North hosted a free climate risk assessment workshop. A number of business owners and representatives took the opportunity to attend, receiving valuable information. Our Jay Philippe has that report.
The University of the Bahamas one-day workshop had a number of speakers that shared valuable information to business practitioners on the hazards of operating businesses on Grand Bahama. Assistant Professor of Marine Science Dr. Matthias Johansson presented on natural hazards of operating a business.
We know about things like Hurricane Dorian. That's obviously right there in living memory, but there's risks of the pipe upstairs bursts, and if all your business records are on paper in the desk and the desk gets soaked, that's your business. At least it's going to make things harder for you. So thinking about the small scale risks, the things that are most likely to happen, and the large scale risks, how we can avoid those kind of from putting you out of business for some length of time, or maybe putting you out of business forever.
Another facilitator, Anika Johnson, branch manager of NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers, touched on the importance of insurance planning as it relates to climate risk.
You want to ensure that you have a plan and that over and above insurance, you want to make sure that you know what your plan is, you test your plan and you work your plan so that if something were to happen, you can recover as quickly as possible. Insurance is of vital importance, but at the end of the day, your life, your family is also important. Your business life is also important.
Climate risk assessment includes social, economic, and environmental impact. This, according to facilitator Ancelino Davis, who presented on pre-risk assessment and post-damage assessment.
Your location on the island determines how you're impacted by some things and how you're related to how close you are from certain services or infrastructure and things like that. And then making sure that people take into account what all they have that keeps their business going.
One of the participants who says she benefited from the free workshop was Sasha Gibson. She says information she received will better prepare her for potential disasters.
What I've gathered from it is how to complete a climate risk assessment form and possibly even do it myself as a business individual. It was a good takeaway and it was a wealth of knowledge, especially the importance of insuring your products and insuring your business as a business person.
Faculty of the University of the Bahamas says they will look to host more similar workshops as such in the near future. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
When we come back, Pine Tree Stables now bridging the gap between children and horses. Find out how when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, Junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority, in conjunction with the Grand Bahama Tourism Board and others, brings you Freeport Business Expo, May 2nd, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Grand Lacayan Resort Convention Center. Register today at freeportbusinessexpo.com. Royal Caribbean International is having a job fair Monday, April 15th at the Pelican Bay Hotel from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, contact PD Recruitment at rccl.com.
Occult Holiness Ministries, Agape House, a place of love, invites you to Gathering of the Saints 2024 under the theme Regal Glory, April 10th to 14th, with guest speakers Apostle Gilbert Roll of Gateway Outreach Ministries, Bimini, Apostle Dr. Denise Johnson of International Prayer and Intercessory Ministry, Nassau, Apostle Andre Farquharson, Apostle Daphne Romer, and our host, Apostles Tony and Ann Grant. There will be nightly services April 10th through 12th, beginning at 7 p.m. Day sessions April 13th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And our closeout service April 14th at 9 a.m. Don't miss Gathering of the Saints 2024, April 10th to 14th at the Agape House Glory Dome, number 23 and 24, Pioneers Loop.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Flamingo Air. How may I assist?
Service adjourned one call for all passengers checked in on Flamingo Air Flight 490. Cleared flight service into Marsh Harbor.
Flamingo Air, committed to safety and service.
Hey, people keep on asking me, Sawyer, when the next big event, man? I'm gonna go to a bar, breaking straight concert. And I say, hey, say last road on 27, 28, and 29. Come go with me. Turks and Caicos Island for best of the best. That's what it is. Listen, we get 3 days. The first day, it's all about the People's Rush, but we get Junkanoo from Turks and Caicos, and we get Junkanoo from the Bahamas. Day 2, pre-party. DJs could be out there getting you all prepared for day 3. The big concert. Now listen to this lineup. Turks and Caicos, we get Sprite, Mikey and Kool-Aid, Gemma, Barbara Johnson. We get the Provision Band. And Bahamas side, listen to this lineup, you on. Elon Moxie, Sweet Emily, KB, D-Mark, Nishi Ellis, Veronica Bishop, Gino D, RB, Stevie S. Listen, Shad calling the VIP is too. Woo! It could be a party. It's hosted by Huntley Forbes and hosted by me. So your boy, you don't want to miss this. June 27, 28, and 29. See all the information right there? Y'all come go with me. Best of the best. Turks and Caicos. That's it. That's it.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Pine Tree Stables now bridging the gap between children and horses with a new educational initiative sponsored by Gina Hepburn out of Florida, who has also collaborated with the Ministry for Grand Bahama. The details on this new program up next in this report. Excitement and adventure filling the air from 4th grade students at Walter Parker Primary School as they visit Pine Tree Stables. The stables launching an educational initiative sponsored by Gina Hepburn from Florida, aiming to introduce students throughout Grand Bahama to the world of horses. Linda Buchanan, general manager at the stables, focusing on Gina Hepburn's deep understanding of this connection as her daughter competes at a high level in equestrian sports.
I said to her, my mission is to get every kid on this island to actually meet a horse and learn a little bit about horses. And maybe it'll make us nicer to each other, make us more aware of different ways of communication, and get these kids to understand they have language, they have a big brain. We resolve conflict.
To foster empathy for animals and instill a deeper appreciation for their historical significance, Pine Tree Stables has developed a one-of-a-kind field trip experience for students in grades 3 to 10. Grade 4 now having their opportunity to learn.
It's very exciting, and the horses are very nice. It was very fun. The horse was very gentle. It was very fun. I learned about how the horses could do all kinds of stuff.
It did feel exciting because that was my first time.
During the launch of this educational initiative, Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, also visiting the stables while children were learning all about horses. Minister Moxie expressing her delight at witnessing the revival of Pine Tree Stables following the damage caused by Hurricane Dorian.
It's great to see Pine Tree Stables rebuilding and rebuilding with the kids. And so we've actually partnered with them. I would have visited here last year, a year and a half ago, and promised to support it in a way that our children were a part of it and were able to get this educational experience.
Now grades 5 and 6 from other schools will also visit the stables, including 6 field trips per grade, offering 500 students the opportunity to be introduced to horses by the end of April. What a great initiative. Well, a wall in the downtown area receiving a much-needed facelift after being vandalized. The Bahamas National Art Gallery commissioning a mural titled Heal to bring light and togetherness to the area. Shelia Roll picks up the story.
What looked like vandalism to the public turned out to be a beautiful art mural titled Heal. The mural was commissioned by the Bahamas National Art Gallery and is expected to inspire those who look at it to remember the mental health challenges in the country.
So this piece actually gave me an opportunity to think about one of the many challenges. One of the specific challenges we have in Grand Bahama is mental health assistance. There are some trying, but it's not enough. And believe it or not, there are a lot of people struggling with mental health disorders or symptoms of mental health issues.
Ferguson reveals that the concept originated in 2019 to commemorate the widely publicized 5 missing boys cases on Grand Bahama. As mental health challenges persist on the island, the mural represents one of numerous healing approaches.
So I started to think about ways in which we heal ourselves physically through bush medicine. This is why you see like a lot of trees and plants around the woman, and the whole posture of her eyes being closed gives you the idea of her going within herself and having a time of healing. So it's showing a physical way, but actually a conceptual way of healing within one's mind.
As a way to make the community more vibrant, murals can create a sense of togetherness and express historical and cultural identity. In various parts of the world, you can see these art pieces beautifying urban spaces.
Art and community always goes together, not just for the mental well-being, but also for the beautification of an area. It gives you a sense of pride that your area isn't just buildings and regular designs on the building, but it also has the ability to be transformed in different ways.
Benjamin Ferguson Jr. encourages the public to come out and paint with him, now through April 18th at the 17 Center. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shelia Roll.
Don't go away. Game 2 of the Grand Bahama Basketball Association Night League Championships coming up next in sports with our Jay Philippe.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority proudly presents Show Me Emotion, a 3-day celebration of Grand Bahamian art and artists, April 12th through the 14th, starting at the Port Lakaya Marketplace. Weekend all-access tickets are $100. Gallery admission is free to the public.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Shawnee Miller-Weibo tying up, but it doesn't matter. It's gold for the Olympic champions.
On May 4th and 5th, the sun will shine down on the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Hundreds of the world's best track athletes from more than 40 countries will compete to qualify for their spot at the Paris Olympics.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Have questions for Grand Bahama Power Company? Get insights and answers to the power concern every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in and power up your knowledge with Ask GBPC.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to yet another exciting edition of sports right here in the North. Well, the NBA playoffs are set to begin next week. Also, softball on the rise over in Abaco. But let's begin with Night League Basketball Championships. Game 2 of the Grand Bahama Basketball Association Championship Series was much more closer than the Game 1 blowout. Oxmoor Fugees trying to tie that series at 1 game apiece, but the Gym Rats proved to be too much down the stretch, winning this one 86-77 to go up 2-0 in the best-of-5 series. Regis Cooper scored 17 points in the win. President of the league, Keno McSpain, says it's been a competitive league this year.
It's been a very exciting league this year. All teams showed up. First, I'd like to thank all the teams that took part. All the teams played a wonderful season. All the games were well fought. When we went into the playoffs, all the teams stepped it up. Teams that would have been unevenly matched in the start of the season started to pick up the slack and push, and everybody had a wonderful time, and the games were pretty exciting.
Switching gears now in sports, softball in Abaco seems to be back on the rise. Henschel was one of the pioneers and legends that helped grow the sport in Abaco.
I still come around and help the baseball crew, but if I see some cleaning up need to be done or whatever, like I say, all these stuff is not, you wouldn't hear my name out there, but I come around to make sure things are still going. At 73 to make sure things are still going.
And finally in sports, Buddy Hield and the Sixers will be in action tonight against Orlando Magic with just 2 games remaining on the regular season schedule. The Sixers are currently in the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference playoff standings, trailing the Indiana Pacers by just 1 game for the 6th seed. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Thank you, Jay. And here's your check on the local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the day is up next.
Royal Caribbean International is having a job fair Monday, April 15th at the Pelican Bay Hotel from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, contact PD Recruitment at rccl.com.
It's your time to taste the grand life at the newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at Grand Lucaya. Grand Bahama's premium sports bar, hangout, and entertainment hub. Available for special events. Stop in 7 days a week and join the successful business professionals, sports fanatics, foodies, and friends at the most pristine stretch of beachfront in Freeport. The ultimate party spot. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Now open 7 days a week, Monday to Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to midnight, with special guest artists from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also karaoke Friday, and on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, it's happy hour, drinks, and food specials at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, located at Grand Lucaya.
Call us today to book your parties, weddings, and special events.
At Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Come go with me. Best of the best concert weekend, Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, June 27th through 30th. Featuring live from TCI, Sprat, Mikey and Kool-Aid, Gemma, Barbara Johnson, from the Bahamas, D-Mac, KP, Gino T, Elon Moxley, Veronica Bishop, Sweet Emily, Nishi Ellis, Avi, and CBS. Come go with me. Backed by the Proficient Band, TCI, Chad Colley and the VIP. Hosted by Sawyer Boy of Nassau, Bahamas, and Huntley Forbes of TCI. Best of the best concert weekend, Turks and Caicos. For more information, email comegowithmeweekend@gmail.com.
ZNS Northern Service brings you to a new series highlighting the remarkable achievements of students from across the northern Bahamas.
I just walk the hall and say, "Excuse me, Miss Cooper, can you please say that again?" And then she just have to read everything over and then she get everything correct.
Beyond accolades, we honor those students who have faced adversity head-on, demonstrating resilience and determination on their path to success. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Get ready to be inspired by the stellar students of the North this and every Wednesday.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Etron Meadows, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We wish you a special happy birthday. Thank you always for your support. And that's going to do it for us tonight here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant, but stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, a lifetime prevalence of intimate partner violence. Hundreds electronically monitored. SBF files appeal. And in sports, track nationals open. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. 4 months in, and the homicide count now one shy of 40, following a brazen Kemp Road shooting that's left a middle-aged man dead and another family grieving. Desmond Saunders joins us live from the scene with the details. Good evening, Desmond.
Agony rocked the Kemp Road community. The shooting incident unfolding after 4:20 p.m. Friday afternoon. What we can tell you is that a 42-year-old male subcontractor who was operating a backhoe conducting a water leak investigation at a residence was shot multiple times above the body. The incident sending shockwaves throughout the Kemp Road community.
Workers at the Water and Sewage Corporation traumatized and visibly shaken up over the death of its co-worker. Officials at the Water and Sewage Corporation on the scene consoling grieving relatives and workers. General Manager of the Water and Sewage Corporation, Robert Deal.
Honestly, the staff are extremely traumatized at this time, and the corporation is here to support them, and we will be immediately addressing whatever assistance they need. But it is a very difficult time for them, so we are here to support them and ensure that they get the necessary support. But this is a very tragic situation, of course, for the family, and so we want to extend our deepest condolences to the family of the young man who was killed. Obviously, it's a very difficult situation. Our staff were just here carrying out a leak repair, and for something like this to happen on broad daylight in a regular wake scene is obviously very traumatizing.
The victim being remembered as a hard-working, diligent subcontractor. Officials of the Water and Sewage Corporation organization say they will offer assistance to the family of the deceased. This is an active investigation. The police say they will utilize technology to solve this latest incident. Here in the Camp Road community, Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Startling findings of a new survey providing a snapshot of the abuse women and girls have endured. What's particularly troubling is that it points to what officials have termed as a lifetime prevalence of intimate partner violence here in the Bahamas. That data will in turn form the way policymakers address how victims of violence receive assistance from social services, police, and other agencies. Jitney Swain gives us all the details.
The Bahamas Women's Health and Wellness Survey providing a clearer perspective on the level of violence experienced by women and girls and what can be done to introduce changes to improve reporting outcomes. Eto'o Pinder, president of Sanijust, a consulting firm contracted to conduct the survey, made the disclosure during a press conference at the Inter-American Development Bank's East Bay Street office.
So 25%, 1 in 4 Bahamian women responded that they had been a survivor of either sexual and or physical violence. I'd say one of the things that was distressing for us is that of the women who reported physical violence, over 2/3 of them reported that that physical violence was severe. So severe physical violence, this is actually being punched, kicked, threatened, or having a weapon used against you.
Equally troubling is the finding that 1 in every 3 women has suffered psychological intimate partner violence, and nearly 1 in every 10 women has experienced economic violence. Of those who reported intimate partner violence in the 12 months prior to the survey, research found their experience occurred more than once. 66.7% in the case of physical violence, 57.1% for sexual intimate partner violence, and 84.7% for psychological violence. Pinder says this was the first time that 25% of women disclosed that this violence had occurred in their life.
17% of women said that they didn't seek help because they were embarrassed or ashamed. That is something we all have control over. We can get rid of the stigma and discrimination that comes along with being the victim/survivor of intimate partner violence.
Weighing in, Minister of Social Services, the Honorable Miles LaRota.
This rich findings of statistics and outcomes in the Women Health and Wellbeing Survey is needed to formulate appropriate policies, as we can only effectively act on what we know. We now know what we must do to strengthen our families and build a stronger Bahamas.
Adding to those sentiments, National Security Minister the Honorable Wayne Munro considers the data a step to assist women in coming forward to report abuse.
And I have warned that as we do our best to make it easier and provide more support for women and girls to report offenses, we should steel ourselves to the fact that if we are successful, more women and girls will report abuse and the statistics will continue to climb. It is a problem that we cannot ignore and we must face upfront. I can advise and assure you.
This comprehensive care model is designed to put the survivor at the center for care to address the issues of the reported abuses and provide solutions. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jitney Swain.
Meantime, firearms and drugs confiscated and suspects arrested in connection with the crimes. It was around 11:30 last night that officers executed a search warrant on a home on Kings Court, Yellow Elder Gardens. During the search, they found an unlicensed firearm with ammunition. 2 men, ages 26 and 20, were arrested. A similar find at a home on Clarin Close off Claridge Road just before 2 this morning. Along with an unlicensed firearm was a quantity of suspected marijuana. This led to the arrest of another 4 people, 2 of them females ages 43 and 24 years. Now, up to airtime, the estimated weight and value of the drugs were still unknown. Well, while we're on the issue of crime, the police has adopted a pretty innovative approach to better fight this problem. The RBPF today partnered with the Saxon's Junkanoo group in hopes of redirecting wayward youth towards a more positive outlet. Our Lloyd Allen shares more on the program Junkanoo, the crime-fighting machine.
I just want the public to know that I'm a Wally, but I support the Saxons. Yes.
Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez was tongue-in-cheek about his Junkanoo allegiance. However, he was quite serious about a partnership between the Royal Bahamas Police Force and Junkanoo groups nationwide, targeting idle youth with an effort to curb bad behavior. The initiative launched Thursday here at the Percy Paul Mason's Edition Saxon Shack.
It's about 2 weeks ago. It was on a Saturday evening. I was home when I received a call from Mr. Willa Francis. And he said, Commissioner, I need to meet with you. I have an initiative I believe that you will love.
Commissioner Fernandez says the project is indeed timely as it falls in line with his national plan of addressing crime.
We know that Junkanoo is our #1 culture right now. And statistics shows that during the Junkanoo season, crime actually goes down.
Referred to as the King of Junkanoo, Saxon's leader, Percy Francis, along with others, say the goal is to make communities safer and to train new generations of Junkanooers.
I came up with the slogan, Junkanoo, the crime-fighting machine. That's the accent. And so we're going to use the power of Junkanoo to be able to interact and to help the police. Remember this, the police, it's impossible for the police to do this job all by himself.
We in the Saxons realize the importance of our relationship with our neighbors and those who could help us to keep this area safe.
I'm so proud to see this happening in the community.
Member of Parliament for Centerville, the Honorable Joe Campbell, endorses the effort.
What this shows is that with the help of urban renewal, we are now marrying technology with manpower because it still requires boots on the ground.
Assistant Police Commissioner responsible for urban renewal, Anthony Roll, further explaining how the program will work.
Once you could come to Junkanoo, you will have everybody involved. The auntie, the mother, in particular the father. We want to see our fathers come under to support the wake of their children.
No start date has been announced for Junkanoo, the crime-fighting initiative. However, both law enforcement and Junkanoo officials say their intention is to involve even more groups across the country. Reporting from the Father Marshall Community Park, Mason's Edition, for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Thanks, Lloyd. Disgraced crypto tycoon Sam Bankman-Fried not letting up. 2 weeks after being handed down a 25-year jail term for stealing a total of $8 billion from customers of the now bankrupt FTX cryptocurrency exchange he founded, SBF is fighting his conviction. A notice of an appeal reportedly filed in a Manhattan court on Thursday. However, on what grounds have not been disclosed. What has been noted, though, is that the appeal could take years. Maintaining his innocence throughout the trial, Bankman-Fried, who still holds that he never thought what he was doing was illegal and that he is remorseful for his actions. Still to come, the DPM meets Henry, the tourism hero. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed. Any moment can be a KFC moment.
The 2024 World Health Day focuses on highlighting the rights of everyone, everywhere, to access health services so they can enjoy a good quality life.
I have a right to be vaccinated against childhood illnesses.
I have a right to health care without being shamed.
I have the right to participate in my community with no abuse or neglect.
I have the right to healthcare services without stairs or chairs.
I have a right to access the healthcare without fear.
Make the right to health a reality for all. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Canadian government.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas, the region's leading tourism destination. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16 island destinations.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Over 400,000 Bahamians depend on our tourism-driven economy.
That is why tourism is everyone's business.
It's the passing on of our traditions and our cultural heritage to the next generation.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Tourism is everyone's business.
From the straw we plant, to exploring our Bahama blues, to experiencing the greatest show on earth. No matter who you are, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism
is everyone's business.
This government strongly believes in and supports community building. Our inner city programs and facilities provide a variety of educational, social, and creative response systems, all in an effort to enroll and allow opportunities for positive engagement. To encourage this, we're committed to providing safe spaces in community centers.
Greetings, I'm Donovan Rowe, Center Manager for the Fox Hill Community Center, and I'm inviting you to come on down. The program is multifaceted. We deal for the whole gambit from bond, there's homework help, whether it's senior fitness, we have bingos for the seniors. There's a saying that we're gonna plant the seed for a tree for the shade we're not sitting. So this is a place where you can give back because someone gave back to you.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months. But for now, get more details on nibrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
The best of the best. Keep the vibes alive music group. Alpha Sounds Promotions present the best of the best Quick and Scrape Explosion. As we ignite the grounds of Super Club Breezes, KB, Gino D, Funky B, Veronica Bishop, Ozzy, the Islanders, Elon Moxley, Shine 242.
Get your tickets now. Available online at BahamasEtickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road.
And we're not done yet. The Falcons, Shag Collie and the VIPs, Pat Ramey, Stevie S, Johnny Cake, Iron Store, Novi, Mama D, and Nishi LS. Sky boxes and Sky bars available. Call 394-0819. The best of the best Break and Scrape Explosion. Gates open at 6 p.m. May 11th at Super Club Breezers.
The Bahamas, one of 6 countries in the world to become compliant with the Financial Action Task Force's list of 40 recommendations, a feat Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Philip Davis, believes places the country at the pinnacle of integrity in the world of finance. And this after the country had been placed on the European Union and Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development's Black and Gray List. The Prime Minister was addressing the 3rd annual Financial Intelligence Unit Forum at the University of the Bahamas, where he credited financial services professionals for keeping the sector strong.
Each stakeholder has played a pivotal role in shaping and strengthening our AML, CFP framework. With another mutual evaluation assessment on the horizon, we must ensure that we maintain our precedent of compliance excellence to avoid stumbling into the pitfalls of the past. Moving forward, we must remain steadfast in our resolve to uphold the integrity of our financial systems and protect our jurisdiction from the scourge of financial crime. Let's continue to collaborate, innovate, and adapt to emerging threats, ensuring that our AML regime remains robust, effective, and resilient in the face of evolving challenges. Let us lead by example and inspire others to follow in our footsteps, recognizing that our commitment to integrity not only safeguards our jurisdiction, but contributes to the stability and security of the global financial community.
As a member of the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, the Prime Minister contends it is crucial the country maintains the highest level of compliance and efficiency in implementing anti-money laundering standards set by the FATF. He appealed to the industry stakeholders to continue to innovate and adjust to emerging threats to ensure the Bahamas' AML regime remains robust.
Having established ourselves as world leaders in compliance, we'll further amplify our voices when it comes to calling for reforms. This is especially helpful in instances where we are calling for a halt to the unfair and discriminatory standards applied to nations like ours, while others are measured by different standards. I have repeatedly decried the hypocrisy internationally that we have joined other nations in calling for a change, but has now led to the international standards now being increasingly and rightfully placed in the hands of the UN rather than the EU or the OECD.
Well, in response to the growing housing crisis across the country, the government is revealing plans for more homes to be built for younger individuals and families. And this as another group of homeowners received the keys to their brand new homes in Renaissance at Carmichael in an opening ceremony that our Devontae Hannah attended.
In a bid to address the country's rising housing crisis, the Davis administration is now ramping up its construction of government-subsidized homes, according to Housing Minister the Honorable Keith Bell.
In Dignity, we already have another 8 homes that are completed, and we're going to have a key ceremony very shortly. In Central Pines, Abaco, we have another 6 homes there in one area. In Spring City, we have another 2 homes, and we are quickly building homes down there in Abaco.
Owning a home is a dream of many, but according to first-time homeowner Marcia McIntosh, it can only come when preparation meets opportunity. community.
I made an application with the Ministry of Housing online, got the approval several months later, having already pre-qualified with the bank and what's not. Then we were told to basically come in, make down payments, signed a lot of documents, and then we were told about the keying ceremony.
McIntosh was just one of 28 Bahamians who received keys to their new homes in the newly opened Renaissance at Carmichael subdivision after what has been described by Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis as a long, tedious journey, but a momentous one.
As we hand over these keys, remember that they unlock not just doors, they unlock potential, dreams, and the very essence of what it means to strive for and achieve a better life.
And these homes, according to the minister responsible, are ready for homeowners to move in, from landscaping complete to the works on the inside.
These are not low-cost homes. These are not just affordable homes, but these are homes where Bahamians can feel proud to live in. They are finished. They are high-end finishes.
Renaissance is the second government housing subdivision to open since 2021, following the Pinecrest subdivision in southern New Providence, as the present administration seeks to create 400 new homes in the capital alone, putting Bahamians first.
We have not discriminated whether you wear red, yellow, or green. We call it the Bahamian thing.
And with the clock ticking, Bell says the plan is continuous over the next few years, but more action will occur over the next few months.
In San Salvador, our anticipation is by September, we will be having the handing over of those homes to owners. In Abaco, we can have those homes handed over within the next few weeks. We are now working with prospective customers of those homes, and we are now negotiating with the banks to get the best interest rates.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanno.
Well, thousands of tourists have already purchased souvenirs at the newly refurbished Fort Charlotte Straw Market, and vendors say they're making a lot of more money. Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Works, Bacchus Roll, confirming to ZNS News that the market is about 94% complete.
We have one or two more finishing touches, but it's a wonderful space. It's beautiful if you pass by and see it. And it again will be just much like this market, in that we anticipate that at that market there would be food vendors as well. So we need to create the Bahamian experience, not just a place where people purchase wares, but we want to create a Bahamian experience for the visitors, foreign and domestic visitors that come to our markets.
And the praises continue for veteran transportation professional Henry Dummett for his outstanding contribution to the top industry. This time it's coming from Tourism, Investments and Aviation Minister himself, the Honorable Chester Cooper. Cooper congratulating Dummett for making a huge impact on a New York student's first-time visit to the Bahamas.
We spend millions of dollars a year advertising the islands of the Bahamas. Last year, we went to 15 cities across the USA and Canada in our missions to talk about the islands of the Bahamas, who we are, the warmth and the heart of our people, our culture, our food, the beauty of our islands, and that cost us millions and millions of dollars. True beauty of the Bahamas and the true beauty of who we are is demonstrated in the love that we show for others, the friendliness of our people. And on the weekend at Sea Trade, I referred to the Bahamas as the friendliest country in the world. And I'm delighted that you are confirming in real color what I have been saying as the chief spokesman for tourism in the Bahamas.
Dummett, who was gifted 2 round-trip tickets to any Bahamas Air destination of his choice, insists his kind-heartedness will continue.
When he enters the vehicle, as far as I am concerned, he is a part of the community. To me, he is my friend, as my brother or my neighbors. I treat him the way I would treat each of you inside here. If I can't show each of you respect, I can't show it to him or to anybody else. Yeah. You know, we all deserve a level of respect, and it has to be genuine and it has to come from the heart.
Well, we still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for the night, another day of action in the high school track and field nationals. Full details just ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
2024 World Health Day focuses on highlighting the rights of everyone, everywhere, to access health services so they can enjoy a good quality life.
I have a right to a healthy future, to vaccine protection.
I have the right to health services that respect my religious customs.
Meron na akong karapatan.
Mwen doit pour me joindre information sur la santé dans la langue que me comprenne.
I have a right to a safe working environment.
I have a right to be vaccinated against COVID-19 and other illnesses to protect me at work.
I have the right to breathe clean air.
Make the right to health a reality for all. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Canadian government.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
The 2024 World Health Day focuses on highlighting the rights of everyone, everywhere, to access health services so they can enjoy a good quality life.
I have a right to be vaccinated against childhood illnesses.
I have a right to health care without being shamed.
I have the right to participate in my community with no abuse or neglect.
I have the right to healthcare services without stairs or chairs.
I have a right to access the health care without fear.
Make the right to health a reality for all. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Canadian government.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
The best of the best. Keep the vibes alive music group. Alpha Sounds Promotions present the best of the best Wicked Scrape Explosion. As we ignite the grounds of Super Club Breezes, KB, Gino D, Funky B, Veronica Bishop, Ozzy, the Barrowlanders, Elon Moxie, Shine 242.
Get your tickets now. Available online at BahamasEtickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road.
And we're not done yet. The Falcons, Shag Collie and the VIPs, Pat Ramey, Stevie S, Johnny Cake, Iron Store, Novi, Mama D, and Nishi LS. Skyboxes and Skypods available. Call 394-0819. The best of the best Wicked Scrape Explosion. Dates open at 6 p.m. May 11th at Super Club Breezes.
Secure your spot at the new Eleuthera and Harbor Island Business Outlet. April 18th at the Eleuthera Business Hub in Rock Sound with keynote speaker, the Honorable Clay Sweeting. And April 19th at Valentine's Resort and Marina, Harbor Island with MP Sylvanus Petty giving the update on North Eleuthera and Harbor Island and Deputy Prime Minister I. Chester Cooper delivering the keynote address. Visit tclevents.com today for registration options.
Kalina donating $10,000 today towards the continuing work of the REACH organization, money that will be used to assist parents with navigating the road of autism. Our Jitney Swain was there and got a glimpse of how some parents make it their business to include their autistic children in everything they do, with the hope that you will too. It takes a special parent to cater to the needs of an even more special child, like one on the autism spectrum. Meet Shervin Evans.
And as I looked in his eyes, I made a commitment to him that I will do whatever I can. I will go wherever I need to go. I will cross wherever seas I need to cross to assist him to find his normal in this world.
Evans says he is on a fantastic journey with his autistic son. He was one of several parents sharing tidbits of life with an autistic child as a part of the special donation Kalina made to the REACH organization Friday.
Kalina is definitely committed 120% to the health and wellness of people across the Bahamas. And we have a long-standing relationship with REACH for more than a decade now, being their supporter and partner in their endeavor to help to create a better world for awesome persons and their families.
Grateful for the donation, REACH Chairman Dwayne Gibson.
What we want this year from the public and from Kalina is to continue to include, not try and change our children. Our young man, my son, Junior Evans right here, they're not going to change. We want you not to seek to make them what you want to make them.
And as Marcus Boland sees it, the approach at looking at autistic persons needs to shift.
Through a perspective that asks, what does this person bring? What does this person have? Who is this person? And not about why are they different? What do they lack? Why is this unusual? And you know, it's really for me, being an autistic father is fantastic. Right? It's no different a role than being a father of a typical son. They have needs. My job is to provide them. They need stability, emotional support, financial support. That's my job.
And as observances continue this Autism Awareness Month, REACH officials hope the public's sensitive to the needs of those parents who tackle life with an autistic child. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jitney Swain. Well, from one worthy cause to another, it's that time of the year when organizations, young reporters of the environment, and the Bahamas Reef Environmental Education Foundation, or BREEF, accept videos detailing the stories of the environment and ways to protect it. Communications Officer Crystal Darling Sargent encourages participation.
This is a competition for students between the ages of 11 to 25 years old. They can enter a video, a photo, or an essay about an environmental issue. The topics are loss of biodiversity, climate change, and marine pollution. So they could choose one of those topics and write a story on it. This program, the Young Reporters for the Environment program, aims to empower young people by helping them or encouraging them to tell their stories about things that they feel are very important in the environmental space.
Now, the winner of the competition will represent the Bahamas in a major environmental conference next year.
We have first, second, and third place winners this year. The winners will be announced at our Earth Day snorkel on the 27th of April. And our prizes are, you can get a laptop, an underwater camera, or a cell phone, along with brief merchandise. And the winning entries will also be forwarded to the Young Reporters for the Environment International competition to compete against other entries from all over the world. And if they win that, then students who are 18 and older, they'll have an opportunity to win a trip to South Korea for next year for our Young Reporters for the Environment conference.
Preparations underway for the men's mobilization march set for later this month. Organizers, or the Brotherhood as they call themselves, say a number of activities are planned, one involving the youth, while others are expected to take place throughout the Family Islands.
At Clifford Park at 3 p.m. and we march. There's a block that will march from Clifford Park into the heart and the belly of New Providence in Nassau, and then come right back to Clifford Park. We're going to have a short rally that will end with a prayer vigil, a candlelight prayer vigil that is designed to remember those who have fallen.
It is our stated mandate and objective to impact men in these communities so that they understand that in this movement we all have a stake in what happens in the entire country. There's no more saying, well, New Providence or Nassau is a bad place, but what is happening in Nassau is, and to some extent, harm the economy of our Family Islands.
Well, a major role to ensuring the event's success, funding.
We're trying to raise up to $100,000 to allow us to pull this initiative off. Again, this is not a Nassau-centric party. This is really a purpose-driven organization and community event where we're really inviting as many corporate partners to obviously sign checks, but also to participate.
Another opportunity is that when we do the march, which is on the 28th of April, that everybody, we're asking all men to wear white shirts. White shirts is a time of a blank canvas, and so that opportunity is presented to us, we would all want to stand in unity. Just basically removing the titles, removing anything else.
Still to come, our feature of the night. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
April showers you with savings at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, $2.19. Nesca yellow grits, 1 pound, $1.49. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $3.75. Boneless pork chop or roast, $2.79 per pound. All-purpose potatoes, 5-pound bag, $4.99. Save every day at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
It's time now for a check on Family Island weather, and for that we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. We have just a few clouds floating around outside of our studios. Temperature 77 degrees. The wind's now north-northwest at 4 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,019.4 millibars. That is 30.10 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening: 74 in Marsh, Ababaco, Green Key, and in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 78, 73 in Allenstown, Bimini, 77s over in Harper Island, Rock Sandy Lutra, 78 degrees. Fresh Creek Central Andros also reporting 78 degrees and picking up some 81s in Camp Space South Andros and Black Point, Exuma. Autism, Cat Island, 78. San Salvador, 77. Rumkey, 78 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma at 81, 82s in Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megwana, 83 degrees. Acklands, 83. Matchitown, Niagara at 82. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight for all areas. Those winds are going to fall off light and variable temporarily, but by sunrise, they'll start to pick up. Wave heights initially 1 to 3 feet, building towards sunrise. Now, your high tide, that will occur at 11:55 tonight, and then tomorrow, Saturday, in the northwest and central islands, we'll see those winds out of the north at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we will put caution flags in place for boaters in the central, northwest, and central Bahamas tomorrow. Now, your low tide, that takes place at 6:28 in the morning with a high tide at 12:17 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas on Saturday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. As we take into Sunday, the winds become northeast at 15 to 20 knots, so we'll see a gradual increase in those winds over the next couple of days. Wave heights building to 4 to 7 feet, maintaining the caution flags. Low tide, 7:26 in the morning with the high tide at 1:16 in the afternoon. Now, for the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, the winds become northeast to east, 15 to 25 knots. Very rough sea conditions at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So we will bump that caution up to an advisory for boaters in the central and southeastern islands on Sunday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. For stay tuned. Extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before things get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check Friday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Well, we are here once again, Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, day 2 of the Track and Field High School Nationals. So far, the events have been going extremely well and very competitive, I might add. 61 total schools from all around the country have been participating. We've had a record being broken in the 1,500 meters. Looking forward to seeing if any more will fall before the 4 days are all over and done with. Right now, though, let's take a closer look at some of the day 2 activities. Full slate of events on the agenda for day 2 of the High School Track Nationals, including the opening ceremonies and the march by of the athletes. Charles Fisher has more.
Yes, thanks a lot, Marcellus. A short but vibrant opening ceremonies. All the athletes from all the schools, 61 in all in the March Pass. And yes, they were excited to be here, especially those from the family island. Bringing remarks was the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg.
As we embark on these competitions, let us remember the transformative power of sports. Beyond the medals and trophies, sports have the ability to shape character, instill values, and build bridges that transcend differences. It is through the pursuit of excellence on the field that we cultivate the skills necessary to succeed in life. To the athletes and coaches alike, I urge you to continue working hard and perfecting your craft. Each stride, each leap, and each throw bring you one step closer to realizing your dreams.
Officially opening the meet is the Minister of Education, the Honorable Dennis Hanamaki.
Sports is a way to a future, tertiary education, a career, a profession, and strength to strength. And not everyone may be in that category. But we expect out here in these games, we want to see excellence. So I invite all of you to do your best, to be at your best, and the nation will see who you are. It gives me great pleasure to declare at this hour and this moment the National High School Track and Field Championships open!
An exciting day of competition followed the opening ceremony, and one more day of competition to go, bright and early Saturday morning, starting at 9 o'clock. Back to you, Sellers.
All right, thanks, Fisher. So following the opening ceremonies, it was time to get back to the action. Sprint hurdles taking center stage with the heats of all the various age categories, culminating with the girls' 75-meter hurdles there. Finals of those events and so much more now set to take place as the meet rolls into day 3 tomorrow. Shifting focus to basketball as the New Providence Basketball Association Division II Championships getting started last night over at the Kinderlizers Gym, your Essential Store Giants. They took the 1-0 lead in their series, getting by the Produce Express Rockets 86-79. Brandon Strawn, he had 27 for the Giants. Antoine Williams had 20 in the losing cause. Tonight, Game 1, Division I Championships, as undefeated Commonwealth Bank Giants take on the Discount Distributors Liquors Rockets. That game comes your way at 8 o'clock again at Kendall Isaacs. To the NBA, where DeAndre Ayton continues to be a double-double machine. He scored 25 points, go along with 11 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. But once again, it would be a losing effort. Portland Trailblazers losing 100-92 against the Golden State Warriors. Blazers are back in action tonight, going up against the Houston Rockets. And that's it. You look at sports for you on this Friday. Our Friday weather is just around the corner. Stick around.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital. ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
Everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Drop. We want to have a good time tonight, y'all.
I was hanging out by Winkies off the Michael Road.
We want to have some good fun, some good vibes, some good food, some good drinks, some good music. You can't forget the music. We can have some good girls, whether it be light skin, dark skin, brown skin.
Ain't none of that.
The Draw, this Thursday at 9 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Imagine your favorite dish being cooked right before your eyes. Use your imagination and savor the flavor. Do you smell it? Can you taste it? Hold that thought. We have the right show just for you. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. and Fridays at 2 p.m. Dishing it up. Right here on the ZNS Network. Because only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
I don't know, but what kind of cars is this parking lot? You ain't even know where to park. Again, just don't park in the, look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, man. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad, big broke, and he got a sticker inside that say this mod though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Suicide prevention starts with recognizing the warning signs and taking them seriously. If you think a friend or family member is suicidal, there is a lot that you can do to help and save a life. However, for persons who are not in the grips of suicidal depression and despair, it's a bit difficult to understand what actually drives many individuals to take their own lives. A suicidal person may feel as if there is no help available and they're in so much pain that there aren't any other options. So here are a few warning signs to look out for. A person frequently talking about suicide, self-loathing or self-hatred, suddenly getting their affairs in order, saying goodbye to loved ones, withdrawing from others, and self-destructive behavior. Talking to a friend or family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings can be extremely difficult for anyone. If you are unsure whether or not someone is suicidal, the best way to find out is to simply ask. Giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express their feelings can provide relief from loneliness, pent-up negative feelings, and perhaps prevent an attempted suicide. You can start the conversation with statements like, I've been feeling concerned about you lately. I've noticed some differences in you and wondered how you're doing today. If they confide in you and they are suicidal, respond quickly by telling them you care and get them the help that is needed. Help is always available at the Crisis Center, the Department of Social Services, BASH, Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, and the National Hotline for 24-Hour Crisis. Find someone that you can trust to talk to about your feelings and get the support and help that is needed. I am Inspector Mikal Pinder, reassuring you that your mental health matters. You are not alone. Get the help that is needed today.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at what a weak front system moved into the northwest Bahamas this morning, it's now making its way into the central Bahamas, leaving behind some high clouds over portions of the northwest Bahamas, but we will see a slight cool down over the next couple of days, particularly during the nighttime hours. Tonight, we're looking at mainly clear skies, your low temperature around 70 degrees, and tomorrow, less humid conditions with lots of sunshine, breezy conditions in the afternoon with your high temperature getting up to 80 degrees. Extended weather forecast, we'll see temperatures starting to drop as of Sunday, getting you back into the 70s during the daytime, and those 60s return. That will be with us right through Monday before we see that warming trend begin on Tuesday, and that will hold for the balance of next week.
Well, thanks, Basil. The Prime Minister spending part of the morning inspiring attendees of L.W. Young Junior High's 3rd Annual Boys and Girls Empowerment Seminar. The school's response to filling learning gaps. Carla Palmer fills us in with the details.
Students of the Boys and the Girls Club at L.W. Young Junior High School were inspired and empowered Friday to become the country's next generation of leaders.
One of the biggest things that I've seen is that some of them just don't seem to see the value in education. How is what I'm doing today going to affect me long term? So we're always having that conversation.
The club's founder, Anita Wilmot, and the school guidance counselor, Kendra Seeley, agree that progress has been long fought since the club was established back in 2015.
The attitude that my kids display at that time, they were not into education at all. When they came to school, they just wanted to just duck classes and just hang around the corners and just fight among their peers. They were not actually getting along.
We've definitely seen a growth and development of our children, not just academically in the classroom, but also character development. We have a lot of children who would have come into the classroom and they were shy, they were withdrawn, so now they're more outspoken and outgoing.
Learn, listen, focus, and obey were the words of advice and encouragement levied to the estimated 100 students by Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis as a stepping stone to secure a brighter and a better future.
I want you to hone your talents, pursue your purpose, and lead a free and fulfilling life. We'll need you to be the best version of yourselves because there will be difficult days ahead of us, maybe ahead of the country, that require the sharp and the innovative minds of you, the youth people, to help us overcome it.
As tools of inspiration, the students at the end of the one-day seminar were also presented trophies and other trinkets. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
And that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.